Hello, everyone, and welcome to Femininity by Rachel V. Hi, Fems. Happy New Year to everyone. I have missed my Fems so much. I have missed recording so much, but I really needed to take a break before the new year. I was really going, like really going hard. Um, One of the things that made me pull back a little bit and like really take a break is, with all of the traveling that I was doing, like I was traveling, you guys know I do hair and I own a salon called Salon Roche. It's in Pikesville, Maryland. And we had back to back. We had um, Thanksgiving, then we had Christmas, and I really was spending a lot of time in Baltimore. With family, I was really happy about spending time with my family and my friends, and like I was working and stuff like that. It was really good. Um, but I really needed to take a break. And then before I decided to take a break, I had a podcast guest that quit COVID. And the person will be on the show soon, so I don't want to, give away who it is. But they quit COVID, and that really like scared me. And I was like, I'm doing all of these interviews in person, and I realized I'm planning a birthday party. I'm doing a bunch of stuff, and I realized that the numbers are spiking again. So I kind of was like, this is like a decision. I don't want to, be having guests on, and we it's kind of a tricky thing because you don't know if the person is okay, if they're well. You just really don't know. So that was another reason why I decided to take a break. um as you guys can see, I have all of my candles and stuff lit. I have my manifestation candles. I have my this is one of my favorite candles right now. It's called Road Opener. And then I have my money candle in the back. So we're going to get into a lot of things tonight. Um, to the femmes that are already a part of the daily affirmations, congratulations and welcome, and thank you for being a part of that group and being a part of the femininity community. Like, it feels so good to like connect with women and help women. And I read all of your comments, I read all of your messages, and I tell you, I am beyond grateful. I say this all the time because I really, really mean it. Another thing, I want to say thank you for everyone that sent me messages and DMs about one of my favorite podcast interviews, and that was my Love After Divorce uh, podcast. That was like an impromptu. I kind of just did it because I think that day I was traveling, and I was so committed, and I am so committed to my podcast and making sure I put out authentic content and making sure I put out valuable content. And one of the things I realized is that I really have to be vulnerable when it comes to what I'm talking about, and that's femininity, and why I wanted to tap more into my femininity, and why I felt like I can bring value to other women when it came to this topic. And one of the things I want to say, that interview or that podcast that I did alone live, that was like real and raw. It was real and raw. And those were my true feelings those things that I felt, that energy that you guys saw, that moment, that was my truth and how I felt. I had already gone through all of the painful feelings, all of the emotions. That was like my first time actually talking about it openly. And I will say, I'm going to tell you guys, I have gotten some messy little things. And I just want to say to those people that are being messy, that are not a part of what I am trying to do, listen, go away. It's no room for any negativity here. It's no room for any confusion. Go away. Because at the end of the day, everybody has a story to tell, and that's my story to tell. And I am here to uplift women, help women, and I am here to grow myself. And that particular podcast interview, I grew so much because I am never vulnerable in front of people. Just not. I'll talk to my friends, I'll talk to my sisters, whatever, but I am not that way. And for me to let that guard down, that helped me say, I don't give a fuck about what anybody thinks, about anyone says, about any of that. I do not care. And I just don't care. It was so freeing to just cry and get it out. It felt really, really good to release those feelings that I've had for so long. So, enough about that. Going into this new year, ladies, I hope that you girls, you femmes, are getting all of the magical energy that you desire. I hope that you are staying on track. I hope that whatever goals you set before yourself before 2022 happened, I hope that you are tackling those goals. I hope that you are freeing yourself from any past things, any past traumas, any letdowns, any regrets. I hope you are leaving all of that stuff in 2021 because it is time to grow. It is time to grow. It's time to level up. It is time to put your foot on people's necks. And that's pretty much what we're going to talk about tonight, right? I screenshotted this meme. Well, it's not a meme. It was kind of like a poem or whatever. I screenshotted it from Pinterest. I was on Pinterest. And I thought it was so good. I wanted to share it with you guys. And it's called Allow Yourself to Grow. When you plant a seed in the garden, you don't dig it up every day to see if it's sprouted yet. You simply water them, clear the way of the weeds. You know that seed will grow in time. So just compare it. Just do your daily practice. You're cultivating, all of the things that you have in your heart that you want to grow. Abandon any kind of, procrastination, anything that is going to cause you not to grow. You want to abandon it and throw it away. The cause for goodness, the results will come when you're ready. So basically, what that is saying, if you want to grow, you got to prepare yourself. You have to prepare yourself for where you want to take yourself and where God wants to see you go. We use these words manifestation and we meditate and all of that. These are good tools to get us to where we want to go, but we still have to do the work. We still have to do the work. So, the first thing I wanted to talk about was, girls, femmes, we really have to stop neglecting ourselves. We really need to stop it's helpful if we would stop neglecting ourselves, stop putting ourselves last. You know, our self care, we talk about that a lot on Femininity. You know, something simple is getting your nails done, getting a facial, getting a massage. Like, hell, if you want to get that tummy tuck that you've been putting off for the last 3, 4, 5 years, go do it. Like, go do it. Like, work towards your goals and what is going to make you feel your ultimate best self. Whatever your ultimate best self, whatever you see yourself as, work towards that every single day. It is important for us women to show up for us every single day because guess what? No one is here to save you but you. I don't care how wonderful that guy is that you're dating. He's probably amazing. He's probably helping you. But at the end of the day, you are responsible for you. Just like me, Rachel is responsible for Rachel. So I have to show up for Rachel every single day. And guess what? I am not neglecting myself. I wake up every single day. I do my skincare regimen. I make up my bed. Oh, I love when I make up my bed. It's like literally my first accomplishment for myself every day. I'll make up my bed. I'll vacuum around my bed. I don't like to see anything out of place. You know, I go check on my son, make sure he's good. You know, I tidy up my hair. You know, I just make sure that whatever I am doing that day, I don't care if I am having a day in the house. And most of the time, I know I look like on Instagram, on socials, I look like I'm out being like a rock star and partying, but no, I'm really not. I spend a lot of time at home with my kids and myself. Like, I really love being home. So, I'm saying that to say, even if I'm home, I look presentable. I never know when someone's going to stop by. I never know, you know, I just never know if I got to run out to the post office. You just never know who you want to run into. So it's always good to not to neglect yourself. Like if you have on sweatpants, make sure the sweatpants are like nice, like a new sweatsuit, not like the old ones that's like you've had for a long time and they're dingy and they're faded and they kind of fit too tight in the crotch. No, if you're gonna wear a sweatsuit, wear something that's presentable, something that's nice. You always want to look nice. Why? It's a feminine act. You know, it's just something that we need to get in the habit of doing. Whether you're going to work, whether you're going to the grocery store, whether you're going to go, you know, get your underarms waxed, you still want to look nice. You still want to smell good. You want to make sure that you are treating yourself well because you have to set the standards for you. No one else is going to set those standards but you. I just want to let you guys know that. Just remember that I told you that you have to set those standards for yourself. The next thing that I want to talk about is, you know, just looking your best, always looking your best. We kind of talked about that. That goes along with not neglecting yourself and, you know, making sure you're showing yourself as much love as possible and, you know, all of that. Like just taking like time to like go through your closet and get rid of all of those old things like I don't know if I talked about this before on my podcast, but I talk about it to my daughter. Like she has like, or she used to, and I know she wouldn't have a problem with me telling you this, but she used to have what is called like period drawers. And, you know, all of us probably used to have it. That is something I did away with a long, long time ago. I do not want to have on anything raggedy, like nothing. I wear black or nude. That's all I wear. Black or nude. I have probably 50 pair of the same underwear I wear all the time. They're black or nude, the same kind of underwear. And also, when I am on my menstrual, I have a pair of black comfortable underwear. They look really nice. So, you know, I just like to feel like I'm always in like some kind of luxury. I always like to set like certain things for myself. Like even when I'm in the house with my pajamas and, you know, I'm just home, my pajamas look really, really nice. We want to like basically practice having that luxury feeling for ourselves. And luxury doesn't always mean like, going to the store. I'm sorry, I have to fix this mic. It doesn't mean like going to the store and like purchasing like a large ticket item. I'm sorry, ladies, that probably is so annoying. It doesn't mean going, to the store and purchasing like a high ticket item, but just treating yourself with luxury, like buying the best fruits for yourself, buying the best vegetables for yourself, going to like stores that look and smell good. Like I was watching something on YouTube. I watch a lot of things on YouTube, and I was watching a guy that is like a mentor. And he was saying, like, if you want to be rich and you want to live a certain way, stop going to certain places. And I couldn't agree more. Like, I, and I'm just going to say this, I don't have anything against Walmart. I don't have anything against any of those stores, the dollar store, anything like that. I just don't go. I don't go. And it's not because I think I'm better or anything like that. It's just when I go in those stores like that, I always see something I don't want to see, right? I always see something like a bonnet, or I'll see something like slippers, or I'll see like a couple, like kind of like having like a lot of tension going on, like arguing. And that kind of thing brings down my vibration. It starts to get into my psyche and make me feel a certain kind of way. And I don't like to feel a certain kind of way. Like I'm a creative and I have to be creative to like, be productive, to work, to, make my money. So me seeing things like that, it just really messes with me. So I go to places like, of course, I go to Target. But when I go to Target, I have a list. Like I get in and get out because when you go to Target, you can be in there for forever, picking up things that you didn't come in there to get. So those are just examples. And like going to the supermarket, I go to Fresh Market and I go to Whole Foods only because like it just feels like luxury. And I like feeling that way. So I treat everything that I do with that luxury feeling. And that's really anything that I do. Like anything that I buy, something like that. I always, even when I go to the mall, if I go to the mall, I'm going for a particular thing and I'm not going to just go buy a bunch of things. I don't do a lot of fast fashion. And I don't like wasting my money on stuff. So when I do go, I make sure that I am picking something of quality and not just picking it because it's on sale. Like I'm not doing it. I'm picking something I can see myself rocking for a little bit of time. Even something I can pass down on to my daughter if I'm done with it, that kind of a thing. So I just want you ladies to just practice staying in that luxury mindset and practice being in luxury. Like light your candles, buy your flowers, listen to your soft music, whatever you need to do to bring your feminine energy, whatever you need to do that. That's what you want to do for yourself. Let's see. The next thing that we are going to talk about, I have so many things that I want to share with you guys, so many things that I want to talk about. So, yeah. I hope you guys have the time tonight because I'm with it. Let's see. Sis, we are going to work on in 2022, working on our self-esteems. We are going to work on our self-esteems, and we are not going to compare. Cut it out. Let's just cut it all the way out. Everyone has their season. Everyone has that glow up moment, and yours can be right now. All you have to do is say, these are things that I want to work on for myself, whether it be your weight, whether it be your nails, whether it be your hair edges, skin, teeth, attitude, confidence, whatever you want to work on for yourself, you need to already see yourself as such. You need to already see yourself as that woman. If you want to be more sexy and you want to be more glamorous, start thinking about things that you can do for yourself so you can get there. Whether you need to change your attitude, or you need to change your diet, or you need to change your hairstyle. Maybe you've been rocking the same hairstyle for forever and you need to do a little switch up. Maybe it's time for a haircut. Maybe it's time to let the weave go. I don't know. But instead of comparing ourselves to other people, it is time to put the focus on us. It is time to look in that mirror and say, I can work on this. I can work on that. I can take my time and work on this. Because again, we are the only people that are going to save us. We are the most important person to ourselves. So if you are the type of person that is like sitting on social media or listening to your girlfriend talk about all the good things that's happening to her, and you're like, when is it going to be my turn? Let's make it your turn. Let's make it your turn. It's time for us to really level up and not just say, hey, this is going to be my year to level up. No, let's do it. Go get that gym membership because this tomorrow at 7 a.m. I am getting up on my Peloton and I am doing 30 minutes of cardio because my birthday is coming up. So I want to be down. I'm already down about 5 pounds. I need about, I'll take another 5. I don't even really have to do another 10. I can take another 5. But, anything that you want to do for yourself this year, please do it. Like if you want to schedule that consultation, schedule the consultation. If you feel like you want to get your breasts tweaked, get your breasts tweaked. If you want to get your hair colored, get your hair colored. I'm sure a lot of you women have not taken the time to go to the hair salon. Like take time for yourself. Take time for yourself. I'm telling you, you will feel so much better. Your self-esteem will go up so quickly. You will feel so good about yourself. So good about yourself. Another thing that I feel that would help us women, us femmes in 2022 is I feel like we need to really let go of past energy. Anything that was holding us back, or I don't want to say holding us back because only we can hold ourselves back, but letting go any situation that you feel like has had you stagnant and that has been keeping you in a place where you feel sad or you feel defeated or you feel regretful or you just feel like just, you know, anxiety, you want to let that go. Like, please leave that in 2021. Don't bring it in 2022. There were so many people that I had to let go, and I have to say, like, I'm perfectly okay with it. Um, a lot of times I didn't listen to my self-conscious self. Like, it was sitting right there. Those feelings was right there. Those energies was right there. And I just was not listening to it. And we expect for people to treat us the way, we treat other people, or sometimes we probably don't treat people, all the best. And that's when we have to take self-inventory. But it's always good to just let go any energy that is not agreeing with you. And I'm going to tell you one sign that always works for me. One sign that always works for me is how I feel around a person. And that normally is like the telltale. If I have like this feeling in my stomach that doesn't feel good, I know that that person isn't right for me. If I have this feeling like if I'm talking to a person and they're not looking at me directly and they're like fidgety, or like it just feels like it's just not truthful, I know that that person isn't right for me. And you sit back and you be like, dang, I was friends with that person a long time. They was just talking about me the whole entire time. Why didn't I see that? Well, because sometimes when we're in the situation, we just really can't see it, you know? And I had to really, really start paying attention to my intuition. Like, our intuition really talks to us. It really sends us signs that sometimes we just do not want to pay attention to. And that also will help you grow. So, that girlfriend that you are talking to, that girlfriend that you are like telling all your secrets to, and if she's not doing the same thing, that's probably a telltale sign. And another thing, like, we have to remain doing, and I don't know if you guys do this, but moving in silence. It is really okay to move in silence. Me, I never really like to tell what I'm doing because, one, I don't know how long it may take me to accomplish it. I have so many things going on. My first priority is my children. So a lot of times I will put them before anything, like any project that I'm working on, anything that I want to do, I will put them in front of that. So that's one of the main reasons why I like to move in silence and I'm very quiet about what I'm doing. And it's not because I'm being like secretive or private or anything like that. It's just no one's business. Like, I don't remember the last time I, told somebody something and they was like, hey, you know what? That's a good idea. Let me give you some suggestions on that. Or let me give you a mapped out plan to how you can get there. No, they just want to hear what your idea is. And it's okay to have someone listen to your idea. But if they're not going to help you get to that place where you're trying to go, it's really no need to share it. It's really no need to share it. Like, I'd rather kind of go through all of my steps alone and figure out everything alone and move in silence and then just say, hi, here I am. I'm done. I've accomplished everything. This is why I was quiet. This is why I had to stop, talking, or this is why I wasn't all the way at present, or why I wasn't coming to the party, or, whatever. Like, it's okay to move in silence. No one should know your every move. No one should know what your plans are for yourself unless it's like your sister or your mate or the person that you sleep next to every night. Of course, it's good for you to tell them because that person should be encouraging you. That person should be giving you ideas, things like that. So I want to say shout out to my bug because you are always encouraging me. You are always pushing me. You are always giving me different perspectives on things. And I just want to say shout out to you. Much love to you. I love you very much. And I am happy that you are a part of my world. And, just being there to have my, you know, I have your undivided attention when I am talking or when I have an idea. You are always there to back me and listen. So, yay! Shout out to you. So I just wanted to take a moment to, talk about some hiccups that I did have with some of the products. I did a video after the new year, and I wanted to address them. I know some of my friends, I think two of you ladies have been, reaching out to me or whatever, but I just wanted to kind of touch bases on that before I move on to the next topic that I wanted to talk about. So basically, I purchased a large quantity of hoodies. I wanted to have a fulfillment center. That's my goal. And this is like a staple piece that I'm always going to have. So I figure, just let me just go ahead and order a lot so that, I can have them and I would just always have them to sell. Well, in the middle of that production, all I needed to give them was like, my design, and, I had got samples. I had got a few, maybe like 20 hoodies. And, I had wore them, and I gave them to like the guests and stuff when they would come on. And, that went good. Like the timing of that went good. Once I saw the hoodies and I got like a date when they was going to be finished production, I was like, okay, I'm going to put them on sale. Well, if you guys don't own a business, or if you do run a business, you know that sometimes things don't go according to plan. Things fall through, deals fall through, shit be happening. Anywho, instead of my vendor that I love the quality, instead of them being honest saying like we don't have the staff to produce this certain amount of order or whatever, they just kind of kept saying, oh, it's going to be shipped this day, or it's going to be shipped that day, or we're running into like the holiday, whatever the case was. So I just wanted to address that and say that I had to cancel my order from China. That's where the hoodies was coming from. The quality of the hoodies was amazing, and I had to find another vendor that I had to work with in Los Angeles. And I like their work, so I was like, okay, the quality is the same. The hoodie is a little bit different. So I have to take, pictures over again and all of that because it's like a little bit different. But the ones I do have coming already, which is cool, they will be shipped out on the 4th. I think that's tomorrow. No, it's not tomorrow. The 4th is Wednesday. Okay, yeah, I think. So I'm happy about that. And I just wanted to tell you femmes that did purchase a hoodie, thank you so much for your patience. It was not my intentions for the production of the hoodies to take so long. And, I hope that when you do receive them, you will love them. And I will be giving all of my femmes that purchased and had to wait a travel bag, because you guys know that we have the travel bags. If you guys don't know, if you femmes don't know, we have travel bags now. So yeah, I'm pretty happy about the travel bags. I'm still like waiting on the hats too. I just can't believe like it's been taking this long, but I think they're going through the same thing that we're going through as far as like people not coming to work, and stuff like that or whatever. So yeah, that's pretty much what's been happening. I just wanted to address that and just tell you, femmes, thank you so much for your support. And I really appreciate you, but I wanted to make sure that I addressed that because I don't want anybody to think that, I'm just, I have the hoodie and I'm just sitting on it, because that's not the case. So basically, ladies, what I want to see, or what I would like to see us ladies doing in 2022, is rebranding our lives. And basically, all of the things that I talked about this evening, not neglecting yourselves, treating yourselves, to luxury, knowing that that is what you deserve, and letting go any past energies that no longer serves your heart, your soul, or your purpose. And just putting yourself first, and just you know moving towards your goals. It's all about rebranding your life, just like we redo our closets, or we change our diets. Really, you want to rebrand your entire life, and whatever that looks like for you, you want to start working towards that. I want to say that in 2021, I did a lot of work. I did a lot of work, and I realized how much work I actually needed to be done because of, being, I talked about this before, being in a pandemic in 2020. I acted off of hurt, I made a lot of emotional decisions and survival mode. And Learning all of those lessons, I realized I needed to learn every last lesson that I learned in 2020. I needed every, I can laugh about it now, but I'm telling you, I needed every last lesson, every last thing that I went through. I needed all of those things. I needed to feel sad. I needed to feel happy. I needed to feel like, what in the hell am I doing? I needed to feel all of those things to learn the lessons so it can prepare me for me rebranding my life. When I made that decision to move to Florida, I had already started like scaling back on some things. I wasn't shopping as much, and I didn't have a problem because I have a ton of stuff that I can just kind of, so that really wasn't a big deal for me. But me just planning, I started planning at the end of 2020 my rebrand. And I knew that this is what I wanted for myself. I knew that I wanted to relocate, and I knew that I wanted to keep my salon. And I had to figure that out. I had to really figure that out. And the things and the steps that I took, I had to cut a lot of things off that I was used to doing, like not getting my nails done as much, or not even going to my favorite person. I like to go to this girl that was charging like $100 for like a basic fill-in, right? And I had to scale back on that, because I knew that my move was going to cost me, a good grip. Moving anyway is expensive. Let's just be honest. But I knew that in 2020 that I was going to be moving by that following year. So I had to really like plan that whole situation out. So, that was the start of my rebranding, and a lot of the relationships that I had in 2020, that I went into in 2020, they started to fall off, and relationships or whatever, dealings, all of those things started to kind of like fall, like not even forcefully. It just kind of like happened, and I felt like that was a part of my rebranding, because though that was one of the things that I had concerns with. And like being able to move forward, your network is your net worth. And I didn't feel like I was being fed enough by the energy that I had around me. I felt like, yeah, it was like good times and, all of those things. But I felt like, I just needed to really surround myself around people that were really where I wanted to go, not where I went, not where I've been, not where I used to be, but where I wanted to go. And I want to say, like, even before I made my final decision to like really move, I started to kind of feel that, because for the last 2 to 3 years, I wanted to feel like I was learning and growing. And I had teachers, not necessarily teachers, but like mentors and people that I look up to that were, doing way better than me, because I felt like, I had been doing great for so many years, and I had showed so many people, the way to being an entrepreneur, even like being a salon owner. I have birthed or helped birth so many other people that now have their own salons and have their own hair companies, or have their own, not everybody will say, hey, I got this from that person or whatever. And it's completely okay. It's fine. But I can say that I have been the influence. I have been the step stool to those opportunities and those windows and doors that open for those people, which is great, because that's what we're here to do. We are here to help, the next person. But I just felt like with the circle or just the energies I had around me, I just felt like that was it. So, I knew that, when I started, even when I would start to like think about the type of person I wanted to date or, things like that, I felt like I wanted to make sure that my next, situation, if I decided to get in one, it would be a growing situation where that person could show me certain things or say, hey, this is a good investment or this is a good, I knew that I wanted some kind of situation like that, if that makes sense. So me rebranding my life, I started that in 2020, the end of 2020. I want to say I started in like April. Yeah, April of 2020, I started planning. And by November of 2020, I started like looking at like schools and, schools I wanted my son to go to and like just looking into different areas. And I want to say like that, um, the, the things that I saw that was available, they weren't available anymore because the market in Florida just shot right up. So it kind of became like, oh my God, I got to get something right away because I didn't already like made the commitment and let go of everything that I had had associated with in Baltimore of the other than the salon. So I was like, oh God, what am I gonna do? But things wind up working out. I wind up, finding a beautiful place and I absolutely love it. I wake up to sunshine every day. So, basically I wind up finding my place. I was looking for my place in December. I wound up finding a place in February and moving like that next month. So, my rebranding started with my move. And then after my move, everything else fell into place. I wanted to work on my relationships with my girls at the salon. And, I started to do that because, they need nurturing too. They needed, security and know that, hey, she's not going anywhere, But at the time, I had to really focus on my household and what I had going on. So that was the next thing, basically, nurturing the girls, that I work with and, making sure that everything in the salon was good and, stocking things up, inventory, things like that, working on new systems and putting those kind of things in place. And that was like the business side of things. And then once I got to Miami, I reconnected with a lot of my friends because, like in the pandemic, I wasn't really talking to anybody. I didn't want to talk to nobody. I just wanted to be to myself. Like I really didn't have, much that I wanted to say or talk about. So I was just like, I'm not talking to anybody. But I had reconnected with a lot of my friends that lived here in Florida and they were excited that I came and they was like, it's about time, should have been here, all of that whole jazz, all of that stuff. And, it was really exciting. Like I had like hit up a couple restaurants and kind of like just, mingled around to see what kind of energy I wanted to be around. I already know what kind of energy I want to be around, but, and then I just started thinking about the things that I wanted to do while I had took this time off. And I was really excited about taking some time to myself because working in a salon, working, managing, and, being the owner is a lot. And I didn't have a lot of time to work on like my goals to where I wanted to go to rebrand my life, right? So I was like, you know what? I can't be like working like this. So I took my schedule, I cut my schedule in half, and it was like the best decision that I could have ever did. Like I had already, like I told you, I had already started scaling back, um, in 2020, scaling back some things because I knew that this was going to be my plan, to stop working as much. So, when you stop working as much, you have to take like a decrease in income and whatever. And, I had to save, everything that, I had coming in or whatever. And, I didn't have a problem with that because I know what the end is looking like. I already visualize, I'm already seeing where I want to go and what I need to do to get there. So anyway, once I got here and I got my daughter situated, she started her job and my son, he's playing around with his cousins and I got him in some activities and things like that. Um, I started to kind of sit down and start figuring out what I wanted to do, while I was in Miami and I had time. So Femininity came about and it was originally coaching and stuff like that. And it still is coaching. But while I was preparing and, taking classes and going to school, I decided to start this podcast. And then everything just kind of started happening. People were excited about it. People were asking me about it. They really loved it. Like people would just kind of see me out at like a party here and say, I love what you're doing and, stuff like that. So I am still in the rebranding, but I'm also working towards where I want to go and what I want to do for myself. So when we talk about manifesting and we talk about, you know, being intentional and we talk about, you know, meditating and manifesting in your meditation and stuff like that, you still have to do the work. You still have to map out like some sort of plan, to get where you want to be. So my rebranding process is still going on. And I'm very happy with all the decisions that I've made in 2021. I have to be honest, like I don't have not one regret in 2021. Not one. None of the decisions that I've made. Um, I'm very happy and I'm very excited and I'm so excited to talk to the femmes this year because I haven't talked to Naya Femme this year. I'm excited to talk to you. I want to know, what your goals are. You guys shared some of them with me, but I'm really excited for 2022. I have so many plans. I put up a video a couple days ago. It was like my New Year's Eve video, and I said that I have 3 employees now for Femininity, and I'm so excited about that. Like to watch something grow and you put your energy into it and watch it really like morph into something like great and amazing and wonderful. It's like wow, you know, it's like we really can do anything that we want to do. We just have to think about it, be intentional about it, manifest it, make sure we meditate, clear our space, make sure our space is as positive as possible. So all of the energy that you want to come to you, because everything is energy, everything, money, love, everything is energy. And just making sure that you protect your space as much as possible. Protect your space like the bank protects their money and like how the jewelry store protects their diamonds. You want to protect your space, your energy, just like that. That's something I had to learn. My girlfriend told me, you're magical. And I was like, me? She was like, yeah, you're magical. So you really do have to protect your magic. And I didn't get that until like recently, like maybe a year ago. And I do think that I happen to be, a great manifester. I think everything that I think about, as long as I can visualize it and see it, I can manifest that shit. And it really works. So maybe we'll have like maybe I'll do a YouTube on like manifesting and how it really works and what you need to do. But in the meantime, femmes, thank you so much for being here with me this evening. To anyone that is new to the podcast, thank you and welcome for being here. My name is Rachel V. If you want to connect with me or join the affirmations group or join the femininity community, all you have to do is text this number. The number is 305 614 1916. Again, that number is 305 614 1916. And text the word femininity, and you will be added to that group. Fems, thank you so much for listening and just being here and just being supportive and just, connecting with me and, just being a listening ear, you know. Welcome to 2022. Let's make it happen, ladies. Femmes, good night. And I will see you ladies next Monday. We have a lot of amazing guests lined up for you. I cannot wait to reveal all of this magic energy going on right now. Anyway, good night, and I'll talk to you all soon. Bye.